Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'm Jenny. I'm a life coach, and today we're talking about time. Why are we talking about time? Time is a very important ingredient in manifesting the things that you want. The two most important, the two most powerful warriors in manifesting anything are patience and time. When we're patient, we let the universe do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. And boredom is a key ingredient. Boredom is a key ingredient in manifesting things that take time. And a lot of the times we sabotage the things that we want because of boredom, because we're impatient. Um, Waiting for the universe to manifest something is like waiting for a tree to grow. It moves slower than our human timelines. And sometimes the things you want are coming your way, but they're just not moving as quickly as you would like. So it's important to remember that nature has its own rhythm, and it does not care about our subjective deadlines. So we have to practice waiting patiently for change to come like a new season because the universe usually works in slow, quietly unfolding ways. So, when we embrace boredom, we are embracing the manifestation of things that take time. And this is when action for the sake of action becomes sabotage. The best things in life come from allowing compounding to work its magic. Allow for magic to slowly compound on itself. When you're unhurried, you stop time. So the slower you go, the more you will see. The more you will be able to hear your intuition, the more you will be able to listen to your heart. Um, this is a quote about time by me. We live by years, months, days, hours, minutes, and seconds, yet life passes by in the blink of an eye. Life is somehow short and also the longest thing we do. Time is a dimension where the past, present, and future exist simultaneously, like a road where the past exists behind you and the present in front of you, even though you're not in either place. But in front of you are multiple roads, multiple realities, multiple timelines, and a turn here or there ripples outward, changing your projected future. In the imaginal realm, the other worlds, the land of the limitless infinite, these boundaries of time and space can be traversed by the rare few who know the way. The shamans, the psychopomps, and the healers. It is only one of their many forms of magic. There's two different kinds of time. Clock time is a human construct broken down into units of days, hours, and minutes. We have forgotten that these units are meaningless measurements that we decided are real and should be followed. In this amnesia, we have made the clock our God by overemphasizing its importance. Deep time is the time of the seasons and the cycles of earth. It cannot be measured, but it can be seen when the flowers bloom in spring or when the leaves turn in fall. It's never quite the same, yet always in perfect harmony. When you're deeply immersed in your work, lost in a flow state, you are running on deep time. And this is the fertile ground from which creative work is manifested. You have felt time shifting below your feet before. You have felt it fly by when you were having fun, and you have felt it drag when you weren't. In clock time, this is a hallucination, but in deep time, this is time traveling. If time feels too scarce and fleeting, it will slow down when you slow down, and this is how we begin to bend reality. In deep time, there are no mistakes. Everything unfolds exactly when it's supposed to. There is no point in rushing anymore because you are powerless to control the passage. The present moment lasts forever, which means you have exactly all the time you need. So, clock time is a human construct. The universe doesn't care about clock time. So, think of a moment when time slowed down, right? Um, a lot of us actually are more present and more calm in moments of chaos. This is an example of when you go into deep time. Time existed long before clocks. Um, it doesn't exist in the way that clocks would have you believe. Sometimes, um, sometimes you don't get what you want when you want it, as fast as you want it, because you're being protected from making a mistake. And then you will look back and realize that everything happened for a reason. You couldn't have what you wanted yet because something else needed to happen first. So you still need to do your part. You still need to do your part to prepare for the things that you want, but you also need to practice surrendering to time and making the best of everything you can while you wait. There is power in liminal spaces, in the in between, in the distance between stimulus and response, the space that lies between the known and the unknown. This is a transitional space of heightened intensity that we experience when we traverse the threshold of the creative unknown. There is power in manipulating time and in being patient, and embracing the space between stimulus and response, between asking and receiving. So think about ways to slow down. Think about ways to increase the time between stimulus and response. Think about ways to stop living in the past and stop living in the future and just be in the present. If you're someone who is very depressed, there's usually something in your past that you're stuck on or that you haven't processed. If you're someone who lives too far in the future, or if you're someone who's anxious, you probably live too much in the future. And you're probably also future tripping, which is the belief that if you worry enough, you can control the future. So there is just a lot of magic in living in the present moment. It's tricky, it's hard, it takes practice. Um, and and the other concept I want to leave you with is a token reality. A token reality is something shamans use intentionally, but it's something a lot of empaths use unintentionally. Shamans have the gift of foretelling, they have the ability to see the future. This is a gift intuitives also have, especially introverted intuitives. And then they also have the gift of creating token realities. Um, the way the proper use of a token reality is say a shaman predicted that a village would flood. They would create a token reality such as making a model of that village and flooding the model of that village, and then they are allowing the reality to still occur while protecting the real village itself. They're seeing that this flood is going to happen, so they're creating a token reality for that flood to manifest, in order to avoid, the larger real disaster. Empaths do token realities, for example, by having creative projects, and then they overthink about the creative project. They overtalk about the creative project, and then the life force around that creative project dies because they've already given it a token reality. So, keeping things secret is a way to preserve the life force. It's a way to avoid creating a token reality for things that you don't want to create token realities for. It's just a little playful way, to play with time. And so your homework is to think about, what ways are you always in output? What ways are you always in doing? What ways are you always in producing energy? And what would it be like to just stop and receive for a week, to practice receiving downloads, to go still, to go slow, to leave room for your subconscious to deliver you downloads? What would be the smallest amount of time that would feel doable to you to just exist in receiving energy? Think about where you are rushing, where you feel rushed in life, and ask yourself, what if I have exactly as much time as I need for this? Um, think about time being your ally and not your enemy. What would change if you believe that everything is happening exactly when it's supposed to? That's everything I have for today, everybody. If you have any interesting time hacks, please leave a comment. If you want coaching or more information, links are in the description. Thanks so much. Bye.